piping mantra. Sorry for such a long break in posting this, but today we are going to discuss about piping aspects of shell and tube heat exchanger. So let's get started. Shell and tube heat exchangers consist of a series of tubes. One set of these tubes contains the fluid that must be either heated or cooled. The second fluid runs over the tubes that are being heated or cooled so that it can either provide the heat or absorb the heat required. A set of tubes is called the tube bundle and can be made up of several types of tubes, that is, plain, longitudinally finned, etc. This side of exchanger is called the channel side and the other side of exchanger is known as the shell side. In previous video, we have already seen many types of front and rear head of exchangers. I'll link the video below in the description box, or you can see the tag in suggested column somewhere on the screen, so you can go check it out. Now, design and construction standards used for heat exchangers are Tubular Exchanger Manufacturers Association, that is TEMA, ASME Boiler and Pressure Vessel Code Section 8 Division 1 Part UHX. Now, let's talk about the application of heat exchangers. Shell and tube heat exchangers are generally used for high pressure applications. This is because the shell and tube heat exchangers are robust due to their shape. There are several thermal design features that are to be taken into account when designing the tubes in the shell and tube heat exchangers. Various types of arrangements for channel, shell and bonnet are possible as per TEMA guidelines, which we have seen in our previous video on heat exchangers. There is one special type of shell and tube heat exchangers, that is kettle type heat exchanger. The figure shows the typical arrangement of it. Kettle reboilers are very simple and reliable. They may require pumping of the liquid into the kettle, or they may be sufficient liquid head to deliver the liquid into the reboiler. In this reboiler type, steam flows through the tube bundle and exits as condensate. The liquid from the bottom of the tower, commonly called the tower bottoms, flows through the shell side. There is a retaining wall or overflow where separating the tube bundle from the reboiler section, where the residual reboiled liquid, called the bottom product, is withdrawn, so that the tube bundle is kept covered with liquid. Kettle type reboilers are used for evaporation in case of limiting pressure drop. Otherwise, vertical reboilers are used for evaporation. There are two types of heat exchangers on the basis of application. First is fixed tube exchangers, which are used when the temperature difference between shell side and tube side fluids are small. Second is floating head or U-type exchangers, where there is a significant temperature difference between the two. A floating tube bundle is the one where the tube plates are not welded to the outer shell. Now we have different types of heat exchangers like U-tube heat exchangers, single pass shell and tube heat exchanger, multiple pass shell and tube heat exchanger, and split flow. Now, multiple heat exchangers can be connected to each other in two ways. First is series connection and second is parallel connection. The pictures shown on your screen shows the installation ways of both types of connection. When it comes to location, the important points to keep in mind are: exchangers should be located close to the major equipment with which it is associated in PFD or PNIDs. Reboilers are placed next to their respective towers and condensers are placed over reflux drums. Exchangers between two distant pieces of process equipment should be placed at optimal points in relationship to pipe racks. Shell and tube heat exchangers are generally located perpendicular to the pipe rack. If removal of the tube bundle is required for maintenance oriented towards it, the approach side as shown. In case multiple exchangers are located parallel to each other near rack, they shall be located with the end towards rack matching along one line. For exchangers located within elevated structures, the channel side should be located close to the edge of structure for easy removal. Sufficient clear space should be provided in front of exchanger for removal of the channel bolts and handling of the channel. Dropout area on the grade should be on the access side and dropout volume should be blocked in the model to avoid any interference. For exchangers located within or top of elevated structure, in case handling of tube bundles by crane is not possible, monorail shall be provided for removal and lowering of the tube bundle on the ground. In case of large numbers of heat exchangers, they are grouped in one or more category to save pipe work, structural work, provision of lifting and maintenance facilities, platform requirements, etc. Groups of exchangers should be generally located by the alignment of channel nozzles in a vertical plane so as to present an aesthetic appearance. In general, saddle near to rack will normally be the fixed end. If cooling water header is underground, the fixed end will become the channel end. Shell and tube heat exchangers at grade operating of the same underground cooling water supply line should be aligned by the channel head nozzle. All changes proposed must be discussed with process engineer and client or mechanical equipment department first. Vertical thermosiphon reboilers are usually hung from the side of their associated tower or in some cases mounted on independent structure near to the tower. The location is governed by the allowable pressure drop in the lines connected between the tower and the reboilers due to fittings and pipe length as recommended by process. The lines should have minimum bend satisfying the stress requirements and reboilers should be very close to the tower. Two exchangers in series are usually stacked. Sufficient clearance must be provided for shell and channel side piping between the two exchangers.
So that is it, guys. We'll continue this in part 2, so do watch that. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and for more such useful content, please hit the subscribe button. This will keep us motivated and also will notify you every time we post.